When marimba rhythm starts to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs your shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower petal in the breeze, bend with ease, sway with me. When you dance you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me. The dancers may be on the floor, different miles will see only you have the magic technique. When we sway I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Other dancers may be on the floor, yeah, but my eyes will see only you have that magic technique. When we sway I grow weak. Come on, dance with me. Can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. When marimba rhythm starts to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs your shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower petal in the breeze, bend with ease.
All right then. Firstly, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Any yeses? We'll have to wait a few seconds for the delay. And can you see us now? We may be stuttering, whatever the word would be. But just imagine it. If the sound's okay and the picture's stuttered a bit, just imagine that we're stop animation. Like a Harryhausen video or the clay morph. Yeah, the clay morph type Reet Petite music video. Basically, are we moving all right?
Yeah. Well, we can hear us.
Not too bad. All right then, we'll see how it goes. Thanks for hanging around. Let's move on with it. Let us know how it sounds and how it looks. Handsome though we may be, we might be stuck in funny positions. All right then, what are we doing? Love and Life?
Yay!
All right, for everyone who loves it, including Forecast, of course, Mitch and Forecast. Love and Life.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The sun is shining as I step down the street. I got a smile for everyone that I meet. It wouldn't matter if it would rain, whatever the weather, I feel the same. The sun is shining up in the night sky. I smile at him and he winks with his eye. It's just a simple philosophy, loving life and life's loving me. No special reason for this mood, just smile instead of frown. Simple change of attitude and nothing gets me down. As I go for a drive, sounds like a cliche, but I'm glad I'm alive. While some may say everything's bad, I beg to differ, there's joy to be had. This world is really a beautiful place. That's why I'm wearing a smile on my face. It's just a simple philosophy, loving life and life's loving me. No special reason for this mood, just smile instead of frown. Simple change of attitude and nothing gets me down. So you're stunning as I go for a drive. Sounds like a cliche, but I'm glad I'm alive. Well, some may say that everything's bad. I beg to differ, there's joy to be had. This world is really a beautiful place. That's why I'm wearing a smile on my face. Just a simple philosophy, loving life and life's loving me. I'm loving life and life's loving me. I'm loving life and life's loving me. Just a simple philosophy. I'm loving life and life's loving me. I'm loving life and life's loving me. I'm loving life and life's loving me. It's just a simple philosophy, loving life and life's loving me. Loving life and life's loving me. Yeah. All right then. How stuttery are we? Quite stuttery. Just imagine it stopped animation. There we go. Like I said, like Morph, the Reet Petite thing, Creature Comforts or something like that. Hello, what? Yes, exactly. All right then. So who have we got watching? Who stayed on? What stalwart fans and friends of JiveStream? What legends of JiveStream have stayed to watch us stutter through?
Well, up on this second try, we've got Brian. Ian says, we're trying. That's you. Brian says, and so are the technical issues. Yes, we know. Then we've got Paul. We've got Graham, take two. Kenneth, Michael. I can't see anything on FB or YouTube. Is there a problem, guys? Yes, there was a problem, guys. We've got Todd. We've got Wheelie Does It. It's my fault. I hadn't shared it yet. I have now. No, definitely not your fault. We've got Yasin. We've got Jennifer. We've got Claude. We've got Carol, Eve. Then we over on YouTube. We've got Frank, BFC Josh 401 second channel from Cole, Lancashire, where we used to play the Blues Festival.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Great British
Charlie
Festival.
Charlie Francois, Toz Info, Alan Wheatley, Lola Jump MB. We've got Wayne, we've got Frank, we've got Stuart from Stuart and Mavis holidaying in St. Ives. Didn't you once meet a man from St. Ives?
Coming from St. Ives.
Yes. Over on...
We played in St. Ives, though, yeah. When did we play in St. Ives?
We played at a festival in St. Ives. We've got over on Twitch, we've got Frank, Toz Info, Keith, Michael, and that's it.
That's it. Well, how are you all doing out there in less stuttery world? Must be the heat, that's what it is. Everything's going hot. Since it's been warm, British things can't cope with this warm. They can't cope with the warm, and the trains can't cope with the cold. If it's the wrong type of snow. It's the wrong type of warm. It's above a certain Fahrenheit. All right then. So what are we doing now? We're going to do a bit of Night Train. So nice and up. Big John Forden playing the saxophone. We're going to take you on the night train, which is the right train. Night train that took my baby far away. Night train that took my baby far away. Tell her I love her more and more each day. My mama said a loser, if I ever did abuse you, should listen. My mama said a loser, if I ever did abuse you, should listen. Well, now I learned my lesson, my sweet baby was a blessing, should have listened. Night train, whistle blew my heart in two. Night train, whistle blew my heart in two. She's gone, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, yeah. Yeah. Big John and all the boys take in the night train. All right then. Now, I was saying it earlier, but you obviously couldn't hear me. In our first, in episode part 1. This is episode 146. Welcome to episode 146 of JiveStream. The show must go on. Yes, we've had some trouble. Don't know if it's just the weather or some gremlins, but anyway, it's extremely hot in here, and it's working in a jilted fashion, like Jilted John or whatever his name was. And we're going to carry on unless you think it's too bad. But hopefully it sounds good. I know Thomas is working his best to get a nice sound out there, even making my hoarse voice sound good with a bit of reverb. It's quite nice. All right then. So we had a request from Tony Neski. He's in DC, isn't he? DC area. Tony Neski, Virginia, Maryland. Where actually do you live, Tony? But anyway, we always see him over there. And also from Hennock, who, when Tony said to do it, Hennock said, yes, he loved it. So there you go. For Tony Neski and Hennock, we're going to do Red Sails in the Sunset, which we dideth, over 100 shows ago when we did the special pirate episode where we had Kevin McNally as a special guest from Pirates of the Caribbean. Here we go. We're going to recap it now and do Red Sails in the Sunset. Yeah. Red sails in the sunset, we out on the sea. Oh, carry my loved one home safely to me. She sailed at the dawning, all day I've been blue. Red sails in the sunset, I'm trusting in you. Swift winds you must borrow, make straight for the shore. We marry tomorrow, and she goes sailing no more. Red sails in the sunset, way out on the sea. Oh, carry my loved one home safely to me. Yeah. Yeah. Swift winds you must borrow, make straight for the shore. We marry tomorrow, and she goes sailing no more. Red sails in the sunset, way out on the sea. Oh, carry my loved one home safely to me. Oh, carry my loved one home safely to me. Oh, carry my loved one home safely to me. Yeah. Go. Very big Joe Turner inspired Red Sails in the Sunset. I hope you enjoyed that. And as I was rehearsing that earlier, I was looking on Facebook, and George Jones, who often is watching, put up a painting which was almost Red Sails in the Sunset. Actually, it was a boat in a red sunset, but it was
Sails in the Red Sunset.
sails in the red sunset, wasn't it? Didn't it have the sails up? Anyway, it was a beautiful picture. Anyway, just as I happened to be singing it. Anyway, speaking of carrying my loved one home safely to me, it's Italian time.
Buonasera Ian, come stai oggi?
Oh, I'm stai bene oggi.
Stai bene oggi? He stai bene oggi.
Exactly.
Fantastico. Do you know what we're celebrating today?
Don't know. Stuttery Film Day.
Yes, perfect.
Stop animation.
It's actually you can hear the sound totally fine. It's just like it's like we're doing break dance. So that's all right. Come on, you can do some break dance. Bravissimo! You should enter
Break
the
France.
You should you break France. You should enter the competition of breakdance.
So we're watching it.
So what are we watching? We are watching today.
Celebrating, I mean.
We're celebrating. I found some this very interesting. Today in Turkmenistan is Melon Day. Yeah, fantastic! What a great celebration, and it is also International Day of the World Indigenous People.
Indigenous people.
Yeah,
World
it's
International World.
It's international. It's international. It is in Suriname. I actually forgot to look it up. Where do you know where Suriname is?
Suriname is it's like Indonesia.
Indonesia? Well, today is a public holiday because it's Indonesia's People's Day. Yeah. It is also in Brazil, Father's Day. So if you're listening in Brazil, happy Father's Day.
I got an awful lot of coffee.
Yeah. And also it is a national holiday in Singapore. It is also the day of the Cantabria in Spain. It's a local respected holiday. It is in South Africa. It's a public holiday. Now, this one I like very much. You know why? Because today in South Africa is a public holiday. So that means probably things are closed. In celebration of National Women's Day. Exactly. What a great celebration. Now, on these things a bit more, odd. Actually, my mom told me that these days, where she's from the a village where she's where it's near to her. It's prosciutto celebration day. Prosciutto, it's ham. It's ham day.
Good for me then. Not for eating, just for being one.
See, Festa de Prosciutto in Faeto, which is provincia di Foggia, that's where she's from. Faeto.
Faito.
Faeto.
Faito.
No, not Faito. Faeto.
Faito.
No, lasciamo perdere. Okay, it is also National Rice Pudding Day. It is National Weep Day. It is National Book Lovers Day. And it is National Spirit of 45 Day. I don't know what's that. Tony, can you let us know what is this National Spirit of 45 Day? Because I'd like to know. I have no idea.
It's either a gun or the end, or Colt 45, or the end of the war, or something else. Could be anything. Let us know, Tony.
Yeah, Tony, you have to let us know on these things. Okay,
All
so
right.
now the question of one of your memorable songs. Ken, do you have something?
Not worked out.
Oh, Alex, do you have something? Oh, okay. So I'll have to tell mine. So when I was a little girl, every Sunday, all my family, we used to actually have a dance party, and we used to have, the record player and everything. We didn't have a radio, we had like very limited means. But so we had this record player, and we had, 45s. And I was usually the DJ. Was my parents were dancing with, and my aunt would come, my cousin. It was just like we pushed the furniture all on the side, and so we had this fabulous. So my souvenir of the songs we had were just Italian folk song, and unfortunately I left the music next door, so I'll have to play it another time. But there was one particular song which I loved, and it's called La Bicicletta, which means the bicycle. And it's a folky song from my area, and it talks about if you have a bicycle, and I have the pump, we can just go, etc. And it's a very funny song, and so I just remember this was like such a pleasure moment. And I haven't. Then what happened is that the CDs came and everything, and then I moved to England, and then I couldn't find the record anywhere, and I was looking for it and looking for it and looking for it. And one day, by just Googling it, I think I just Googled bicicletta, and I found it again. So I immediately downloaded the whole album. There you go. That's my favorite
That's very nice. The fact that your family used to all get together on a Sunday and have a dance party.
Yes, yeah, I do remember. I remember, in fact, Ian, my very first time that I danced rock and roll with my brother.
Oh, and also you said 45s. Maybe that's what it's celebrating. 45s. It might be celebrating singles. Who knows?
It's the end of the war, actually. It's the end of World War II. That's actually
End of World War II. No, it's not. No, not today.
It's 45s.
It says August the 14th is when Truman announced the end of the war. That's what it says on Google, anyway. It's the 9th today.
Well, it must include VJ Day as well then, because VE Day, we've already had VE Day.
Probably is another way of saying VJ Day. You probably don't.
Let us know, Tony. Anyway,
It's the 9th.
Tony will some Americans will let us know. I think it might be 45 records. Anyway, so grazie.
Prego mille. Ci vediamo dopo allora.
Sì, a più tardi.
A più tardi.
A più tardi, ciao. Oi, oi. All right then.
What about the Leningrad thing?
Oh, what now? Oh, let's do a song first, and if we're all right, do a song, and then I'll tell him because Alex is going to play some bongos on this one. Yeah, Alex is. We went to Ken. Was it Ken? Ken went to our little storage place with some instruments because you can't fit everything in here. Because you thought we got like we got a lot of instruments in here. We got a little storage place as well, and got the bongos because Alex plays a mean bongo. So we're going to get all. We're going to do Mambo Italiano for, as it's the end of Italian time, for Carrie Schaefer. Is that Schaefer or Schaefer? Mambo Italiano for Carrie Schaefer. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. Here we go. A boy went back to Napoli because he missed the scenery, the native dances and the charming songs. But wait a minute, something's wrong. Mambo, mambo Italiano, mambo Italiano, go, go, go. You mixed up Siciliano, you Calabrese do the mambo like a crazy. Hey, mambo, don't want a tarantella, hey, mambo. No more mozzarella, hey, mambo, mambo Italiano. Try an ensalada with your fish and bacala. Hey, comba, I love how you dance rumba. Take some advice, paisano, learn how to mambo. If you're gonna be a square, you ain't gonna go nowhere. Hey, mambo, mambo Italiano, hey, mambo, mambo Italiano, go, go, go. Shake like a Giovanni, and look at the GC, you get the happy feet so when you're mambo Italiano. I love how you dance haramba. My pizza mezza vice paisano, learn how to mambo. If you're gonna be a square, you ain't gonna go nowhere. Hey, mambo, mambo Italiano. Hey, mambo, mambo Italiano. Go, go, go. You mix up Giovanni. Look at the dice, well, you get the happy feet, so when you mambo Italiano. Oi. Oh, at least we got some applause. There you go. I was a mambo prance. It was a mambo prance, a Latin prance, probably with stop animation as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. Them that like prancing, for which we have a request later from Ian Hambleton. If you know what I mean. All right then. So anyway, no, I was going to tell this story because when we were looking to see what birthdays there were today and all that sort of thing, one of the things we found, which I quite liked and then had to look up a bit more, was that in 1942, Dmitry, I really can't pronounce this properly. Dmitry Shostakovich. Shostakovich. There you go. Dmitry Shostakovich. His 7th Symphony, which was dedicated to the city of Leningrad, was premiered and performed in Leningrad during the siege by Nazi forces. So while the Nazi forces were actually sieging Leningrad, they performed this symphony, which was, as far as I could work out from reading about it, was against the Nazis, which they probably didn't like. A bit like Chaplin doing The Great Dictator. So basically it was performed, and all the musicians were starving. I mean, a bit like musicians now, really. But all the musicians were actually starving because of the siege. And believe it or not, the drummer, take a listen to this one, Pete. Hey, if you're feeling ill or anything, or need some potassium. The drummer, or the percussionist, was actually thought to be deceased and was in the morgue during the siege. But a couple of the musicians just went down to check whether he was really dead. And they actually found that he was still breathing. And so they got him alive again, got him up, and he did the gig. He did the gig. And then basically went out, and they had it played to the German, through speakers to the German forces, and also it went out on the radio. And so it actually became, the 7th Symphony became the symphony basically that defied the Nazis. So Vince is now going to play it for you. No, not really, not really. I don't even know how it goes, so I can't even challenge him to a 7th Symphony boogie, because we're literally looking at this beforehand. Tony Shostakovich? No? No, it's Shostakovich. Well, maybe we'll have a look for another time. But anyway, what a lovely story. Look it up. I mean, I only had a quick look. But, I love stories about, like with Charlie Chaplin and his Great Dictator and the effect that it had, because that basically that defied the Nazi forces, defied the fact that they were actually under siege. And from then on, it was known as the symphony that defied the Nazis in Russia, and basically helped them fight, helped them stand. And that's something that art can do. It's amazing what art can do of any kind. So there you go. Check that out. 1942, Dmitry Shostakovich, his 7th Symphony, dedicated to the city of Leningrad, was performed during the siege by the Nazi troops. It wasn't performed by the Nazi troops, it was a siege by the Nazi troops. Anyway, there you go. And the drummer was taken out of the morgue to do the gig. We always say when somebody can't do a gig, if there's breath on the mirror, you can do the gig. That's the way it is. So there you go. It really is true. All right then. So, you didn't have time to do the Wheel of Fortune for the competition time, because I'm afraid he was working all day trying to get this working. And we've got it to this degree because the show must go on. JiveStream, the show must go on. It is going on, even if it is like Chorlton and the Wheelies. So we're now going to do... so you remember Chorlton and the Wheelies? That was great. All right. Harry Mills asked us to... Harry Mills didn't ask us. Harry Mills is... which one was he? The big one. Harry Mills was one of the Mills brothers, hence the name Mills, I guess. And, he was the baritone, there you go. Vince nicely put it in for me underneath. In 1913, Harry Mills was born, the American baritone singer from the Mills Brothers, Paper Doll being their biggest thing. That's why it's written under Ragmop, that's why I didn't know it. Born in Piqua, Ohio. Died in 1982. So for Harry Mills, we're going to do the famous Mills Brothers song, Paper Doll. Hold on. Oh, let me have a bit of tea. If we're very lucky, Alex will get out the bongos again, because we can get a Vegasness to it towards the end. I'm gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own. A doll that other fellows cannot steal. And then those flirty, flirty guys with their flirty, flirty eyes will have to flirt with dollars that are real. When I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. Need forecast. I'd rather have a paper doll that I can call my own than have a fickle-minded, real life girl. Well, I guess I've had $1 million or more, and I guess I paid that dog him over and over. I just quarreled with Sue, that's why I'm blue. She's gone away and left me just like all dolls do. Well, I'm telling you, Jack, it's tough to be alone, and it's tough to love a doll that's not your own. I'm through with all of them, I'll never fall again. Hey boy, what you gonna do? I'm gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own, a doll that other fellows cannot steal. And then there's flirty, flirty guys with their flirty, flirty eyes will have to flirt with dollars that are real. Well, when I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the Jewish doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real live gal. Gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own, a doll that other fellows cannot steal. And then those flirty, flirty guys with their flirty, flirty eyes will have to flirt with dollars that are real. Well, when I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real live girl. I really mean it, a fickle-minded real live girl. One more time, a fickle-minded real live girl. Oh, give me that paper doll anytime. Oh, I love a bit of bongo. Well done, El. Fantastic. Nice bit of all round, yeah.
Got something
Gets
right
all
today.
Bobby Darin and everything in here with some bongos going. Lovely. All right then. Now, Ian Hambleton did request a brief favourite things. I'm afraid before we finish. There you go. A stop animation, quick prance for Ian Hambleton. Yes. All right then. There you go. So What are their favourite things? What are your favourite things of not the lockdown, but this whatever period it is when it's really, 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 really hot and sunny, and you can go out to a certain degree, but not completely. What are your favourite things? Let us know. All right then. On a postcard, hopefully, because we're going to end off soon.
With any luck.
Hey?
With any luck.
Yeah. So we're going to do.
You've got 23. You could do the low down thing if you want, or something else.
No, it's fine. Do,
I would even end early.
yeah, we're going to do. I think we're going to end off with Ragmop. Yes, Ragmop. All right then, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so thank you for bearing with us. It may be jerky, but so's chicken. No, so's beef jerky, but I don't eat meat. Anyway, you know what I mean. You can get a vegan version. So it may be jerky, it may be stop animation, but hopefully it sounds good. We're going to go a wild Ragmop. Alex is going to be sitting at the computer again all day tomorrow, or we'll just have to buy some new equipment and a program, or another relocation. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow anyway, no matter what happens, because basically, no matter what happens, the show must go on. Meanwhile, we're going to do a little bit of Ragmop for you. Have a dance around the living room, get really warm and sweaty, or if you're female, glow, as they don't. Men perspire and women glow, apparently. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ragmop! Well, I say M, I say M-O, M-O-P, M-O-P-P, mop, M-O-P-P, mop, mop, I say R, I say R-A, R-A-G, R-A-G-G, rag, R-A-G-G, M-O-P-P, Ragmop. Ragmop, Ragmop, yada yada, Ragmop, 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 yeah! M-O-P-P, mop, mop, I say R, I say R-A, R-A-G, R-A-G-G, right, R-A-G-G, M-O-P-P, Ragmop, 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 Ragmop. GGM paper Ragmop. That's a nice. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for bearing with us. And you really are the most supportive bunch of people, the JiveStream community. Here we go, it's 146, 147 tomorrow, and I'm just talking about the temperature. Meanwhile, tomorrow, hopefully 8:33, almost precisely.
Say 8:33, it'll be 8:37.
No,
Say 8:30,
no.
and then it'll be 8:33.
Oh, I won't tell the others. 8:33. We'll meet again. Don't know when, but I know we'll meet again. Yes, I know we'll meet again. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Cha cha. Toodle pip. Cheerio. Cheesy FN. Tally ho. See you later. So long. Well, I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Shabba-dabba-ba-da-da-da. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for bearing with us. We'll sort it out and we'll see you tomorrow night. Cheers.
Yeah! Yeah! Wow! Love me or leave me or let me be lonely. You won't believe me, but I love you only. I'd rather be lonely than happy with somebody else. You may find the night time the right time for kissing. Night time is my time for just reminiscing, regretting instead of forgetting with somebody else. There will be no one less, that someone is you. I intend to be independently blue. I want your love and I don't want to borrow. I've been today just to get back tomorrow. Your love is my love, there's no love for nobody else. Shabba-ba-zoo-tibby-zoo, ooh, ooh, ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba- There will be no one less that someone is you. I intend to be independently blue. I want your love and I don't want to borrow. Have it today just to get back tomorrow. Your love is my love, there's no love for nobody else. Blow it, John! Yeah! All right, all right. There will be no one less that someone is you. I intend to be independently blue. You may find the nighttime the right time for kissing. Nighttime is my time for just reminiscing. Regretting instead of forgetting for somebody else. Oh!